Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm gonna share with you some of my October favorites. There's a bunch of stuff and it's everything. It's makeup, it's podcasts, it's skincare. Yeah, so let's just get comfy. I'm on my bed. I brought some coffee, so we can just snuggle up and talk about some favorites. I am so glad that fall is here because summer was too hot for me, and even though it's getting slight bit too cold for my taste, I just love wearing sweaters and cuddling up inside, even though I have to go to uni and still have to go out for that. But fall is just very calm and nice, even though there's exams. But I don't know, something about it just makes me feel all cozy. And now that Halloween is over, Christmas decorations are everywhere, so I'm starting to slowly get used to it and get excited for Christmas, even though that's gonna be stressful because I have no idea what I'm gonna give to my friends. So yeah, but for now I'm just calm, enjoying sweater weather, I guess. So yeah, so jumping into the first favorite of this month, it's on my phone. It is by Dbrand. It's a skin, a sticker you put on your phone. And I got the limited edition robot skin, which I thought was so pretty. When I saw it, I just had to have it. Because I wanted to have a skin by Dbrand for a long time, because my brother has had them for years and years, and he's only ever said good things about them. So I just knew I had to have one at some point, but I just could never decide which one to get. And when they had their limited edition, I just decided I need to have this one. I got it for my phone, and yeah, I'm just gonna show you it up close real quick. Yeah, so there's a lot of detail. It's robot themed, as the name implies. It is a matte finish. It feels very nice, even though I still use a phone case on it most of the time because I'm just too scared of dropping my phone and getting it destroyed. And if I wasn't as scared, I would use the one that's full coverage, so it's covering the edges as well. But for now I have this one on and I just love it. And if I don't feel like having this much on my phone, I'll just use a case like this that covers absolutely everything. But I just think it's just too nice to cover up. But yeah, this is also a really nice phone case, but it's just there. So yeah, that was my first favorite. I didn't know what category to put the skin in, so I just decided to do it on its own. So the second category is going to be makeup. The first favorite is ColourPop. I just brought out this palette. I have a few of their palettes, and I also have their gel liners and stuff. But I've been mainly loving their palettes, especially this one, the Sweet Talk palette. It is a very pretty palette with very versatile shades. It has 3 glitters, and you can do many different looks with it. Yeah, you can go from neutral to glittery, whatever you feel like at the moment. I think this is my favorite palette by them. I also have their monochrome palettes, at least some of them. Currently I'm wearing the Orange You Glad palette by them, which I tried for the first time today, which I love the pigmentation, I love the versatility of it, and I've also used the Main Squeeze one, which I also really liked. So second product in makeup is the Nyx Suede Matte Lipsticks, especially this color. It's the color Peach Don't Kill My Vibe, and it's just a very nice orange color. I just really like the finish of their Suede Matte Lipsticks. It's very matte and powdery, but they glide on very soft, and they're not drying out your lips at all, and yeah. So this is the orange color Peach Don't Kill My Vibe. It's a very pretty orange shade. I think it's perfect for when you want to go for a really nice fall color, but don't immediately want to go for a dark red, which I'm sure they also have a dark red in their assortment of colors of this finish. And that's already it for makeup. I don't know, I don't feel like I had that many favorites this month for makeup, but the thing is, I kind of wore the same thing over and over again, so yeah. Then next up is skincare, and I have 3 products for skincare, and they're all from the same brand, from The Ordinary, and I have their Glycolic Acid Toning Solution, which is the only toner I've been using since I got it. I only use it in the evening as it's recommended on the packaging, and I use it because it's kind of, I think, like a chemical exfoliant. I don't want to use it in the morning because of sun exposure and everything. But yeah, I feel like it's done quite a bit for my skin. It feels a lot smoother since I've started using it, and yeah, big recommendation. Also, the great thing about The Ordinary is they're quite cheap. I think I paid less than $10 for each of their products, so that's amazing. And I don't think they have perfume in them, so they don't smell like very special, but I'd rather have something that doesn't have perfume in it that works rather than something that smells like roses or something that doesn't work. The second thing by The Ordinary that I have is their Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. I think it's a serum, and it's so hydrating. It feels kind of like the Honeydew Me Up primer, that it kind of like forms strings. It feels kind of like jelly-ish rather than very liquidy. I don't mind that at all, and again, it doesn't smell like anything, but it's very, very moisturizing, which I definitely need, especially going into winter. My skin gets very dry, so this is gonna be perfect for that, but I've already been using and loving it. And then the last thing I have here by The Ordinary is the Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA, which is just a regular moisturizer, but it is so moisturizing. It works perfectly for me. Again, my skin gets very dry in the winter or fall going into winter, so, and it also doesn't smell like anything, and it is a big bottle. Like, usually my moisturizers are 50 milliliters. This one is twice as big. It's 100 milliliters, and it will last me a long time, and again, it was less than $10, so I feel like you cannot go wrong with The Ordinary, and I definitely have to try out more of their products. There were some other products that I had my eye on that I will be buying soon and testing out, so yeah. But I feel like even just with these 3 products, my skin has improved a lot this month, because before, like at the beginning of the month, I had a lot of texture, especially on my cheeks, and I feel like that's gone down a lot since I've started trying these products, and yeah, like that was my main concern, and they've definitely worked for that, so they do what they're promising, and I'm very happy with my purchases. And then the next favorite is a perfume. I don't wear a lot of perfume, but I've bought this like a few weeks ago, and I've been loving it ever since. It's the Gucci Bloom, and it's just, I think they have like 2 or 3 by now. This is just the original. The packaging has the red flowers on it, and I just love it. It's very florally, and at first I thought it was gonna be a bit too much for me, but then as I wore it more, I've like grown really fond of it, and I've wanted it for a while, so I'm glad that I have it now. It isn't the most fall scent, but I still love it. Like, ah, yes, I love it. Then the next favorite is a store/brand, and it's Muji. We only just got the first store in Switzerland at the beginning of this month, and I absolutely love it. I've loved Muji for years. I just always had to go to a different country. Usually I went to Berlin to buy my Muji things, so, but now we finally have a store in Switzerland, and I absolutely love it. I, for the first time, bought some of their sweets and some of their food. I still have to try the food. The sweets were okay, they weren't great, but mainly I go to Muji anyways for the stationery. Their pens are still amazing. I love their notebooks, and yeah, I think it's just an amazing brand for stationery, and it is very reasonably priced in my opinion. Like, I just love their pens especially, and their notebooks. I always use them for summaries, so yeah, that's just another favorite. And I bought their 2 bags that they had for their release because they're tote bags and they're reusable and you can fold them up really small. If you're living in Switzerland and have never been to Muji and have the opportunity to go to the one in Zurich, I highly recommend it. I love their stationery, as I've mentioned like 1,000 times already, and yeah, big recommendation. My next favorite isn't really a brand or anything, it's more of a concept, or I guess a trend, and it's Inktober. I didn't personally participate this year just because I wasn't that inspired by the prompts, and also I didn't have time or creativity this month, so, but I still absolutely love Inktober. I love the concept of it, and I just love everything that comes out of it. Like, I love seeing these different pieces of art that people create and being inspired by the same word, even though some people use different prompt lists, which is totally fine. Like, I don't care, do whatever, it's just about the art, and I just love the pieces that came out of it. I'm gonna list a few of my favorite artists that I've seen do Inktober this year. So one of my favorite artists that did Inktober this year is Feefall. I hope it's pronounced that way. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna definitely put up their Instagram up here. They just do these amazing black and white. I think most of them or all of them were black and white, and they're so like pretty, and they were kind of like otherworldly to me. I don't know, there's something about them that I absolutely love. And then the next artist that did Inktober that I really liked was Pipa's Art. I'm pretty sure most people know them. Yeah, I feel like all of them are pretty famous. I don't know. Most people probably know them. I don't know. So Pipa's Art is also on YouTube. I don't know if all of the others are also on YouTube. I'm just sure that Pipa's Art is on YouTube because I love watching their videos, and they did a circus theme for Inktober, which was absolutely amazing. Most of the drawings, or all of them, were red, white, and black, and I love that color combination. Like, and they're just an incredible artist overall, so yeah, everything about it was just great. And then the next artist that did Inktober that I absolutely loved is Milky Ways. They are, I think, a Brazilian artist, and they did a circus theme but using the prompts from Inktober themselves, like from the official prompt list, and I loved the illustrations that came out of it. And yeah, they're just so cute, and they always post in the story how they struggle the small faces, and I totally get that. Like, I've tried drawing small faces before, and it is absolutely, like, it did not turn out well for me, but they did an incredible job, and yeah, I just love the style they used, and yeah. And then the last artist that I'm gonna be mentioning for Inktober is Christine Vaudon. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I don't know if I pronounced any of them correctly, but they do a lot of like tattoo-like illustrations, I think, and they're mostly black and white, or I think all of the Inktober ones were black and white. I'm not entirely sure anymore, but yeah, they're just incredible. They use a lot of snakes in their drawings and everything, so, and I love snakes, like, aesthetically. I feel like they're really cool, so, and I would love to hold a snake sometime, so yeah. And those were all the Inktober artists that I wanted to feature right now. There are probably more that I'm not like remembering off the top of my head, but yeah. I hope I didn't forget anybody. If I did, I'm gonna link everybody in the description anyways, like their Instagram. So if there's anybody else that comes to mind, I'm definitely gonna be mentioning them down there as well. So please check the description, and I'm also gonna be listing everything else I mentioned in this video. And then the next thing, concept, trend that is one of my absolute favorites is Team Trees. I'm sure you've heard of it by now. It's this amazing, huge collaboration effort started by Mr. Beast and I think Mark Rober, where a lot of YouTubers already participated, and their goal is to raise 20 million by the end of 2019 to plant 20 million trees in the entire world. I personally wasn't able to donate a lot, but I still donated on Jacksepticeye's charity stream, so if you want to donate through something like that. I think by now the Tiltify link of Jack's stream has ended, but if you want to donate, there's the teamtrees.org page, and they're already over halfway to their goal, which is absolutely incredible. I'm so happy. I think it's an absolutely amazing charity. And yeah, the concept of it is just absolutely incredible. We have to do something to save the planet, and if it's planting 20 million trees, like, let's do it. And yeah, I think everybody should try to put some effort forward to do something for the environment. So yeah, I think that's an amazing charity. So please donate if you have the money, but donate responsibly, so don't give what you don't have. So yeah. And then the last thing I'm gonna talk about for this month is podcasts, and I've been loving two podcasts in particular. The first one is The Edge of Sleep, which is a thriller story podcast in which Markiplier on YouTube, Mark Fishbach, voice acts in, and I think the creator is Jake Emanuel. I'm pretty sure they always say it at the end of the episode. Yeah, I think so. I'm definitely going to be linking it down below. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and probably some other places. I don't know where else you can listen to podcasts. I only just recently got into podcasts, and it's this kind of apocalypse story. I'm not going to spoil too much, but basically, if you fall asleep, you die. I think that's all I'm going to say. You can listen to the trailer, like, anywhere on the podcast website, so if you're even remotely interested in like thriller kind of stories, please consider listening to it. It's amazing. I cannot wait. The next episode, or the last episode actually, is coming out in like 3 days, and I cannot wait to know how it ends, but I'm so sad that it's ending, so yeah. I just hope it's gonna be an amazing ending, which it probably will be. So like how the series has shaped up to be, there's 8 episodes I think by now, so it's gonna be a 9 episode thing. Yeah, don't quote me on that though, but just listen to it. If you like this sort of thing, I'm sure you'll love this, so yeah. And then the last thing that I'm gonna mention is also a podcast. I only just recently got into Cult Leader, which I know it's been around for over a year already, and it's by Spencer Henry, and he just basically talks about cults and serial killers and basically creepy stuff and just retells the story of them. And yeah, if you're into like true crime and everything, I think you're gonna like this, because it's just these like around half-hour episodes where he just retells the story. He does quite a bit of research for every single episode, and personally I love true crime stuff, but I'm kind of too lazy to research any of them, so it's really cool to just be able to listen to it, like have the information poured onto you, and just yeah, I just really like listening to it. I usually listen to it before falling asleep, like I'm putting on an episode and put a sleep timer for the end of the episode, which, not to say it's boring or anything, but it's just nice listening to somebody talk while you're falling asleep. I don't know, maybe that's just me. And I've also been listening to it a lot on my commute to the university, so, and I can listen to like 2 episodes before I get there, so that's really nice too. Just listen and just sit there and not have to think or do anything. Also, again, about The Edge of Sleep, I listened to it on the train as well, and it was like watching a series for me. Like, I would just stare into nothingness and listen to it. Like, I was so taken into this world, and I couldn't even focus on anything else. Oh, and just here at the end, I'm gonna mention real quick, one of my absolute favorite things of this month was the Halloween event of Nyx Cosmetics, which was a Halloween after work tea party, and it was absolutely amazing. I met so many new and cool people, and yeah, it was just a great experience. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen like 20 stories about it, but yeah. I just wanted to reiterate, like, thank you so much to Nyx Cosmetics for this amazing opportunity to go an event like that. I had so much fun, even though I got home at like midnight, but yeah. I just wanted to mention it real quick. So these are all my absolute favorites of this month. It was an uneventful month up until the very end, except for the event right at the end of it. But yeah, it was still a really nice month. I found a lot of things that I really liked. I hope you also had a great month, and if you want to see more of me, please consider subscribing, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also if you want to see more of me, subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified whenever I upload. I'm gonna be uploading a bit more frequently from now on because I actually have some ideas for videos and they're very fun to make. So if you also have video ideas as to what you want to see from me, please leave it in the comments below, and yeah, I hope to see you here again next time. Bye!